Welcome to the deep dive. We often hear that inspiration can come from, well, anywhere and everywhere.
Hmm.
But what does that really look like for a creative mind? How do those sort of different threads weave together into a story?
That's a great question.
Today, we're taking a really fascinating plunge into Cathy Cassidy's novel, Angel Cake.
Yes.
And our deep dive, it's based entirely on excerpts from the book itself, including the author's own notes on where her ideas came from, right alongside the opening
Oh,
chapters.
we get that insight into the process too.
Exactly. Our mission today is to unpack not just the creative process, but also these really powerful, relatable themes of migration, adjusting to a new culture,
Yeah, that's huge in this book.
and the unexpected ways people find belonging and, well, a little sweetness in life, even when dreams don't quite match reality. We'll explore the characters, the surprising events, the whole journey.
Sounds great.
So, how does Cassidy start finding her stories? Does it really come from these unexpected places?
Oh, absolutely. And what's fascinating is how she pieces together things that seem totally unrelated to craft something so empathetic.
Okay.
Take the Angel Boy character, for instance. That whole idea came from a real story she heard over in Ireland.
A real story, like an urban myth sort of thing. Tell us about this angel boy. What grabbed her about that?
Well, someone told her about this young Dublin boy, apparently, who just wandered the city after dark wearing actual angel wings.
Wow. Angel wing.
Yeah. And the kicker, nobody knew who he was, why he wore them,
Hmm.
nothing. Then a few months later, poof, he just vanished, left this total mystery behind.
That's incredible.
Cassidy says that story just captured her imagination and set her dreaming. It really shows how a small, kind of enigmatic detail can spark a whole narrative, doesn't it?
It really does. It's not just about finding a plot point, is it?
No, it's more like a blueprint for creative thinking. She shows that inspiration isn't always about, grand concepts. It's about empathy, observation, finding something universal in the quirky details.
Being open to the profound in the peculiar. I like that.
Exactly.
And then there's Anya, the main character, the Polish girl. She was inspired by a real person, too.
Yeah, directly inspired by a Polish reader Cathy Cassidy actually met.
No way.
Yeah. This reader gave her something she'd written a description of her first ever day at school in Britain.
Wow. That must have been powerful.
Cassidy said even though the English wasn't perfect, the feelings just jumped off the page. You could feel the fear, the confusion,
I can imagine.
and that raw empathy. It led straight into the book's core themes. That was the moment, she says, she began to see how scary it must be to move countries and start again, where you don't even know the language.
And that sparked the whole book.
That was it. The idea for Angel Cake was born. It connects to that real human experience, showing how dreams don't always pan out.
Right. The harsh reality sometimes.
But also the complexity of connection,
Yeah.
How maybe falling for the wrong boy might actually lead you to the right person in a way. For self-discovery, finding where you belong.
That's such a relatable theme. So the angel boy sparks the imagination, but the real experiences ground it.
Perfectly put.
And speaking of grounded, the title, Angel Cake. There has to be a cake connection, right?
Oh, absolutely. Cake is a big deal for Cassidy. She notes it's been a pretty big inspiration over the years.
Oh.
She even mentions real cafes like designs in Castle Douglas and Kitty's Tea Room in New Galloway. Apparently, Kitty's Tea Room actually has a cake called Angel's Wings.
That's brilliant. So the cake isn't just a title, it's woven in.
Definitely. It's a sensory anchor. Think about the stale chip fat clinging to everything in the flat. Horrible, right? Then later, Mom's amazing designer cakes, they sort of embody the journey from that disillusionment to finding sweetness, finding purpose. It's like turning the family's financial fat into flour and sugar, literally.
That's a beautiful way to think about it, a tangible representation.
Yeah.
Okay, so the seeds are planted, the story opens. Anya's family moves from Krakow, Poland to Liverpool, and it's Dad's dream driving it all.
Very much so. He's chasing better money, a better life. He even talks about streets paved with gold, not literally, of course, but, this land of opportunity idea.
Classic immigrant dream narrative.
Totally. And Anya? She has this really idealized vision of Britain.
Oh, yeah. What's she picturing?
A pretty cottage, roses around the door, neat school uniforms, playing hockey, maybe even Quidditch.
Quidditch. Seriously.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Midnight feasts, new friends, maybe boyfriend. Her hopes are sky high, like really up there.
Oh, bless her. But reality hits pretty fast, doesn't it? And hard.
Almost immediately. They step off the plane expecting sunshine maybe,
Mm.
and instead it's a dark gray world where the wind whips our hair against our faces and the rain slants down in sheets.
You're welcome.
Yeah, a stark introduction.
Hmm.
And the proper house they were promised, turns out it's a pokey flat above a chippy.
A chippy. Oh, no.
Mr. Yip's Fish Emporium, to be precise. And just imagine the smell, the feel faded wallpaper curling away from damp walls, and the smell of stale chip fat clinging to everything.
Erg. That's a real gut punch. A total shattering of the dream right there.
Absolutely.
And it's not just the flat, is it? Dad's big business idea.
His migrant worker agency.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's struggling too. Meant to make a fortune, but it's just eating up most of his time and quite a bit of his savings.
He calls it a cash flow problem, I read.
Yeah, which usually means something more serious, doesn't it?
Usually does. And Mom, she had a good job back in Krakow.
She did. Making beautiful wedding cakes, poppy seed cakes at a bakery. Real skill. But she gives it up to help Dad with elbow grease, taking a cleaning job instead.
Wow. The sacrifices are immediate. You really feel the desperation.
You do. And then there's school, St. Peter and Paul's. Her first day is just brutal.
How so?
Well, her English classes back in Krakow gave her some confidence, but the strong Liverpool accent just shatters it. She can barely understand anyone.
Oh, that's tough.
And she's wearing this ill-fitting secondhand blazer, belonged to a Polish boy who'd already given up and gone back to Warsaw.
Wow, that blazer says so much, doesn't it? Displacement, the temporary feel of it all.
Exactly. She feels like a new exhibit, a novelty, a joke, just completely so far out of her depth.
And the school environment itself sounds chaotic.
Described as a zoo or a prison riot. Kids pushing, shoving, yelling everywhere. It's overwhelming.
And then she overhears people talking.
Yeah, those awful comments about Eastern Europeans taking jobs, being on benefits, just crushing for someone new and vulnerable.
Especially when she's trying so hard.
And what makes it even harder, kind of poignant really, is her little sister, Kazia. She adapts much more easily.
Oh, really?
She just seems to click, makes friends quickly, learns English songs, which, only makes Anya feel worse about her own struggles.
That must deepen her despair. You can really feel for her when she asks her mom that question.
The what if we don't settle in question.
Yeah. What if we decide we don't like it here? What if Britain is not for us? And the answer she gets.
There's no going back. Just firm, brutal, almost.
It really sets the stakes, doesn't it? This has to work.
It has to.
So Anya's initial strategy is just silence, trying to be invisible at school.
Yeah, she kind of retreats into herself, convinced she's just terrible at English.
But then there's a breakthrough, right? In a PSE class. Personal and social education.
Yes. The teacher, Miss Matthews, gives them an assignment. Write about the worst day of my life.
Oh, powerful topic.
And Anya, maybe because she doesn't have to speak it aloud, just pours everything onto the page. Her writing, it shows this far greater grasp of English than anyone thought. It really impresses Miss Matthews.
Ah, a flicker of hope.
Definitely. Miss Matthews encourages her, offers support. It's a huge turning point, a crack in that wall of isolation she'd built.
And isn't that the same class where something dramatic happens with Dan Carney?
Oh, yeah. Same class.
Yeah.
Dan Carney, trying to avoid reading his own personal stuff, sets fire to his exercise book.
He what?
Sets it on fire. Triggers a fire alarm. Whole school gets evacuated. Total chaos.
Wow. Talk about an entrance. Or an exit, maybe.
Right. And amidst all that chaos, another kid, Kurt Jones described as a quiet, geeky boy, he goes missing during the evacuation.
Okay, so drama on top of drama.
And then it gets weirder. Turns out Kurt planted a rat, a tame rat named Cheesy, in Anya's school bag.
A rat. Cheesy the rat. You're kidding.
Nope. Apparently, Cheesy was the biology lab rat, Mr. Critchley's pet. But Kurt, and get this, his dad was kicked out of school years ago for refusing to dissect a rat. Kurt sees it as a rescue mission.
A rescue for a lab rat.
Yeah, he genuinely believes rats have rights. So poor Anya ends up with Cheesy living temporarily and very inconveniently in her bedroom.
That is bizarre, but kind of amazing.
It's strange, yeah, but it's actually pivotal. Because this whole absurd rat situation leads to Anya's first proper friendship.
Okay, how?
In the canteen, she meets Frances McGee Frankie. Described as a bit strange at first, unique style, but she starts talking to Anya.
A potential ally.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then Lily Caldwell, the school's mean girl Anya calls her poisonous little witch, starts bullying Frankie about her weight, calling her blubber.
Horrible.
Anya feels this silent fury building up. And then, completely unexpectedly, she uses Cheesy the rat to defend Frankie.
She uses the rat. How?
The book doesn't give every detail, but you can imagine the scene. It's this wild, brave, unconventional act. And it totally solidifies their friendship right there.
Wow. From shy and silent to rat-wielding defender. That's quite a transformation.
It really is. And we learned a bit about Frankie, too. Her dad left, so she's quite wary of boys. Adds another layer.
And Lily Caldwell, the antagonist. This rat incident must shift things with her, too.
Definitely. It creates this new dynamic between Lily, Anya, and her new friends. Sets things up for later changes, you know?
Right. And then Dan Carney reappears, the fire starter.
Yep. Mr. Angel Wings himself. He shows up again, still wearing the wings, selling cupcakes for his mom's new cafe.
And the cafe's called?
Heaven. Apt, right.
Very. And Anya, she feels a connection, despite the whole fire incident.
An immediate crush, yeah.
Yeah.
There's this really sweet, poignant scene in the park where he actually kisses her. She starts to believe in miracles.
Ah. But he's complicated, isn't he?
Very. His behavior is really confusing. Ignores her at school, then suddenly turns up at her flat. Hot and cold.
Why? What's going on with him?
It comes out later. His life is complicated. His parents are having major problems. His mom's struggling with the new cafe, and he's trying desperately to help her.
Ah, so there's a lot going on behind the angel wings and the bad boy act.
Exactly. He's carrying a lot.
So Anya eventually confronts him about this, right? About the mixed signals, about Lily.
She does. She needs answers. And Dan, he clarifies Lily is just a mate.
Yeah.
He admits his life is a total mess, and he just can't handle a relationship right now.
Ouch.
Yeah. So they agree to just be friends, always.
It's not the fairy tale ending she might have hoped for after that kiss.
No, definitely not.
But maybe it's a different kind of step forward for her. More realistic.
I think so, yeah. It's a moment of growth. She's learning to navigate real relationships, the messy parts, seeing that people have hidden struggles. Sometimes friendship is the most honest thing.
It grounds her understanding of connection, maybe, in something more authentic than just a crush.
Well said, yeah.
But just as she's finding her feet with friends, the family faces this huge crisis. Dad's business.
It collapses, yeah. The economic downturn hits hard, his partner Yuri pulls out, and Dad's left drowning in bills, debts, and complaints.
It sounds really bad.
It is. And the threat of going back to Krakow becomes very, very real. Like, no choice real.
And this creates a huge internal conflict for Anya, doesn't it? Because her feelings about home have changed.
Massively.
Mm.
She has this moment of realization. Not so very long ago, of course, that was all I wanted, maybe going back. But things are different now. Liverpool is no dream, but it's not a nightmare either.
She's seeing it for what it is.
Exactly. She says, I'm getting the hang of the language, coping better at school, starting to settle in, and I have friends. Good friends, special friends.
Wow.
I don't know where home is anymore, but I don't think it's Krakow.
That's such a powerful shift. Realizing where her heart is now, even with all the problems.
Yeah. And right around then, something else happens that really highlights their vulnerability. St. Nicholas Day.
A family tradition.
A cherished one. They leave their boots out overnight, hoping St. Nicholas fills them with apples, gingerbread, sweets, that kind of thing.
Lovely.
But the next morning, the boots are gone. Stolen. They're only pairs of boots.
Oh, no. That's heartbreaking, especially when they have so little.
It really is. And Anya feels terribly guilty because she left them outside, even though her mom warned her not to. It just rams home how precarious everything is.
It's just awful.
But then, Dan Carney steps in again. Another unexpected act of kindness.
What does he do?
He replaces the boots. Buys new ones for Anya and Kasia, pink suede for Kasia, black pixie boots for Anya. Got them cut price from the discount shoe shop with his own savings.
Wow. He disguised it as an early Christmas present.
Yeah. It says so much about him, doesn't it? Despite all his own troubles.
It really does. It deepens that connection for Anya, I imagine.
For sure. And it continues. He takes Kasia and his little brothers to a half-price Santa's workshop, like the British version of St. Nicholas.
A bit of magic for them.
Trying to provide some up, yeah.
Yeah.
And little Kasia, bless her, asks Santa to fix everything.
Oh, heartbreakingly sweet. It shows Dan's caring side again.
It does. But then that mess in his own life crashes down.
What happens?
His family actually sees his dad out with another woman. It leads to this horrible public confrontation. Dan is just devastated, deep emotional pain. We really see the reality of his home life.
So the angel boy is really struggling.
Profoundly. And right after that, the final blow for Anya's family. Dad announces the business is finished. over.
So they are going back.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
Gran and Granddad send money for flights back to Krakow. It's definite.
Kasia, the little sister who settled in so well.
She strongly protests. She doesn't want to leave her friends, her new life. It's just gut-wrenching for everyone that no going back feels like it's come full circle, but in the worst way.
Absolutely devastating. So the return to Krakow is set. Christmas Eve arrives. Things must feel pretty bleak.
Extremely bleak. And Karen Carney's Cafe Heaven is struggling too. Feels like everything's falling apart.
But then something starts to shift, a pivot from despair.
Yes, and it's really quite remarkable. It starts with community support, right when they need it most.
How so?
Anya's mom, Frankie, Kurt, they all just step in to help Karen run the cafe on Christmas Eve. It gets really busy.
Whoa.
Even Ringo, that quirky Beatles tour guide character, he helps out too. It creates this buzz, this feeling of solidarity.
It shows Anya really has built connections, doesn't it? She's not alone anymore.
Exactly. It's a powerful moment. And while all this is happening at the cafe, a really crucial misunderstanding gets cleared up for Anya.
About Dan.
About Dan and Lily, yeah. Kurt and Frankie explain the kiss at the dance was because of mistletoe. Apparently, it's an old Christmas tradition. If someone asks you for a kiss and there's mistletoe around, you can't say no.
Ah, so it wasn't what Anya thought at all.
Not at all. It gives her context, washes away all that anger and hurt she was feeling. Such a simple explanation, but huge for her.
That must have been a massive relief. And it allows other things to blossom, like Frankie and Kurt.
Yeah, their connection develops. Frankie actually asks Kurt out.
Even though she thought he was a weirdo geek.
Yep, and he thought she was maybe a bit dull at first. But, as Anya says, different is good. It just reinforces that idea of finding connection in unexpected places.
I love that. Okay, so the atmosphere is changing, misunderstandings are cleared. Then come the miracles, as the author calls them.
Yes, a whole string of them on Christmas Eve. Though maybe miracles is shorthand for kindness and opportunity finally aligning.
Good point. What happens first?
First, Mr. Yip, their landlord from the Chippy flat, shows up with food and waives a month's rent. Huge relief.
Wow, that's amazing kindness.
Then Gad's old workers, Tamaz and Stefan, bring gifts. Showing loyalty, solidarity, it means a lot.
Little things that add up.
Definitely. But the really big things start with Karen Carney, Dan's mom. She returns Dad's Swapka castle, that traditional Krakow nativity scene he made.
Oh, that's lovely. He must have been upset it was gone.
He was. And then Karen offers Mom a job at the cafe.
A job? Doing what?
Using her baking skills.
Ah.
Making designer cakes for special occasions. It could be a really lucrative niche for the Cafe Heaven.
That is huge GE for Mom. Getting back to what she loves and is brilliant at.
It's incredible. And there's more. Remember the old man from the Santa's Grotto?
The one Kasia asked to fix everything.
That's him. Turns out he owns a wealthy rocking horse workshop. He saw Dad's craftsmanship in the Sobopka castle.
Oh, I see where this is going.
And offers Dad a well-paid management job. A job he'll actually love, using his skills.
Unbelievable. So suddenly everything changes.
Suddenly the family gets the chance to stay in Liverpool. Just like that.
Wow. From despair to hope in one evening.
It leads to this really joyful midnight mass scene. Even Lily Caldwell, the mean girl, manages a wobbly smile and wishes Anya Happy Christmas.
A Christmas miracle indeed. Even Lily's thawing.
Seems like it.
And what about Dan? Where's he been during all this?
He'd been walking for hours. Apparently confronted his father. He comes back, finds Anya, and just apologizes for everything, for hurting her, for his behavior.
That takes courage.
It does. And he clarifies the mistletoe kiss. Again, says it was meaningless, lasted about a split second. Tells her, then I pulled away, and all I can see was you running away from me.
Oh, wow. So he did see her.
He did. And then he says it, it's you I like you I want to be with. You're right. Well, yeah, my girl.
Finally.
Finally. And he commits to changing, too, to drop in the bad boy stuff, grow up, make a go of things. Says Anya's belief in him inspired that.
That's huge. And they make snow angels.
Yeah, a really beautiful symbolic moment, marking a fresh start, a commitment to something better.
So it's not just Anya's family finding their footing, it's everyone transforming.
Pretty much everyone, yeah. Dad goes from worn out and gray-faced and hopeless to a man with a dream.
Love that.
Mom and Karen turn heaven into Angel Cake, this successful designer cake business. Dan starts turning his school career around. Miss Matthews even stops backing away from him.
Good for him. And Frankie.
Frankie gets into healthy eating, goes vegetarian, loses weight, looks fantastic, finds her confidence.
And Kurt, the rat rescuer.
He goes full-on goth with his style. And in the most amazing twist, Cheesy the rat finds a permanent home with Lily Caldwell.
With Lily, the mean girl.
Yep. Apparently, Lily gets through with boys, stops smoking for Cheesy's health, and becomes okay. Even civilizing.
A rat civilized Lily Caldwell. You couldn't make it up.
Who knew? And finally, Anya's family moves into the flat above the now-named Angel Cake Cafe, a much nicer place. A place that finally feels like home.
It feels like these miracles aren't just random luck, are they? They're earned.
I think so. They're the result of resilience meeting community, kindness being repaid. It shows home isn't just bricks and mortar, it's that network of connection you build. It transforms the bitter stuff into something sweet.
It's maybe more real than a simple happily ever after.
Definitely. And that's the ultimate sweetness, isn't it? As the author says, life is sweet. Anya finds her place, her friends, her love in Liverpool in ways she never ever expected.
What an incredible journey. From feeling so lost and disappointed to finding this true sense of home, community, even love, all in these unexpected ways.
It really highlights how those individual acts of kindness, just believing in someone else's potential. Frankie, Kurt, Mr. Yip, Karen, Dad's new boss, it all added up, led to this collective triumph.
Finding your own angel wings when you least expect it.
Exactly.
So, thinking about this deep dive for you, our listener, Cathy Cassidy's Angel Cake, it really makes you think differently about success and belonging, doesn't it?
It really does.
Maybe those streets paved with gold we chase aren't the real treasure. Maybe it's found in these unexpected human connections, those angel wings that pop up.
Which leads to a final thought, maybe, for you listening right now. When life doesn't give you the streets paved with gold you dreamed of, where do you find your sweetness?
And what unexpected angels might you encounter on your journey to finding home? Something to think about.